Y'all, I am so bad. Ain't no way I'm gonna have all these episodes done before Shine comes out on Friday. Y'all, what am I gonna do? I am trying, I'm really trying. But I have been waiting for another MileApo show to come out. And this one, Shine is what it's called. This one, Mile, will be the more fluid one, and Apo will be the more serious one. At least that's what I see from the trailers. So I came prepared. But before we jump too far ahead of ourselves, let's do what we came to do, and that is talk about episode 9 of KinnPorsche. So remember that asshole ex-Taiwan? He stumbled back into Kinn's life and he was stalking Porsche. Well, he is trying to play victim and lie and say that the Italians threatened him and his family and that he still loved Kinn. The only reason he gave up the stuff to the Italian, all the information on Kinn, was because he was being threatened. The lies. So he is claiming he needs Kinn's help now. Yeah, the manipulation that this man has is top tier. We can't trust him at all. He knows how much Kinn loved him, and Taiwan is trying to use that control, that old love, that manipulation against Kinn to use him again. I can smell it on him. He looks suspicious. In return, he said that he also has information on the Italians that he can give Kinn and his family. Kinn said, I am also one of the people that wants to kill you. Right. Yeah, Kinn, keep that spirit, because y'all know Kinn is good at fucking up all the great things in his life. In the next scene, we see Taiwan in his cell, and it looks like he takes poison to, quote, try to kill himself, unquote. Unsurprisingly, he did not succeed because that was not his initial goal. Y'all knew he wasn't trying to off himself. The next day, Taiwan gets checked out by a doctor at, the compound, and he is going to live, whatever. Porsche is on the sideline looking at Kinn like, the fuck are you gonna do about this guy? Are you really letting your ex, stay in the house? The fuck? Kun said that, we should just kill the bastard Taiwan now. And I am in full agreement. Korn, the dad, is let's look at the big picture. We could use him against the Italians. And note, Kun is not as crazy as he thinks, because he even says that the minor family may be involved. They decided that Kinn should be the deciding factor on whether Taiwan stays alive. Even Big had to step in, and he had to cast his own little vote, even though they were like, what the fuck are you doing? And he said not to trust Taiwan. He was like, I saw when Kinn and Taiwan were together, and Taiwan is no good to him. So what does Kinn baby do? Anyway, in the next scene, you can see Taiwan is manipulative. So manipulative. He knows the family too well and has their interactions and the meeting down to a T. Kun wants to kill him. Korn is looking at the big picture, and Kinn is gonna be the tiebreaker. And he is telling this to Porsche, who he knows is Kinn's little boy toy. It's his baby. He is doing this on purpose to make Porsche feel some type of way, because he knows Kinn will keep him alive. And that's exactly what the fuck happens. Everyone, Porsche, Big, Kun, are all pissed off. Next, we get Jeffy, aka Kim. He is working on music, more like Porsche's music. What is going on in Kim's head? You, my buddy, are falling for this little boy now after using him. That's not right. The clown came back to bite you in the ass, Kimmy. Now, what are you gonna do? Porsche has an odd type of charisma that flows through his veins just like Porsche's does. They get people by unapologetically being who they are. That's really hard to find. And you up and lied to him. You lied to baby. Get your shit together. Come on, Kim. Anyway, in the background, the bodyguards are chatting, gossiping about Kinn and Taiwan, or whether they think that they're going to get back together. And Orm is like, no, can't the two of you see that there's something going on between Kinn and Porsche is going to need our help to fight this evil demon named Taiwan and a stupid demon named Kinn. While gossiping, Kinn walks up and scares the shit out of him, and he tells Pete, hey, I need you to go keep an eye on Vegas for me. Pete was like, you sure that's a good idea? Because remember how bad it went last time I tried to stake out and spy on Vegas? Kinn was like, you're one of the people that I trust the most. So Pete decides to do it. Oh, in the next damn scene, Porsche is in Taiwan's room and Kinn comes in and gives Taiwan his lost phone. Taiwan shows him an old picture of these two in love on the phone right in front of Porsche. And to be very honest, Kinn is fucked up for even laughing with Taiwan. With or without Porsche there. Like, don't do that shit. What? Then Taiwan rubs it in his face too because he knows Porsche is jealous. Boy, Kinn is so stupid. Porsche should just leave and go get Porsche and just disappear. Fuck Kinn's heart, man. Then we get Tenkun watching surveillance of Taiwan. Who knows they're watching him just as he's doing all of that kind of splits and sexual poses. He wants Kinn to watch. But instead it is Tenkun and he is pissed. Then he reads his brother Kinn for the filth and tells him he is stupid as fuck, and if he isn't careful, he's going to get fooled by Taiwan again. Y'all, Tenkun isn't as crazy as we think he is. Okay, if you listen to the stuff he say, he don't be wrong half the time. Y'all, Taiwan just sucks ass. Porsche shows up to Yoke's bar with another basket to ask for more advice. She immediately clocks his sad eyes. Let me tell you, a friend is an awesome thing to find. They always know what's up before you say anything. Porsche asks, Yoke, should I make Kinn jealous? She's like, nah, no one does it anymore. She's like, there's other ways. So she tells him what to do. And the next scene, Porsche is pretending to be sick. Or in Yoke's words, weak. He calls Kinn to, quote, help him, unquote, and take care of him. God, yeah, this scene is a mess. Then Porsche makes Kinn wash him with a rag, and it's just being so full of drama. Basically, Yoke said, catch him by surprise. But you know who caught them both by surprise? Porsche's roommate, Pete. He walks in pissy drunk, and then there's Kinn, who has to hide under the blanket to make sure that the drunk Pete doesn't see them. And Kinn, he tells Porsche after the fact, he thinks that was so exciting to have like people about to catch him. I'm like, ugh, that's so weird. I never like that crap. But the next scene, Porsche runs into Taiwan getting something to drink in the hallway. He said that he couldn't sleep. That bastard. Then he asks Porsche, what are you afraid of? Taiwan knows what gets on Porsche's nerves, and he knows it's him. And he probably knows they were messing around just now, Kinn and Porsche. He really thinks that he is in competition for Kim. I don't think so, buddy. But Kinn can be kind of stupid for love. Next scene, we have Pete, and he's at the temple trying to spy on Vegas. He sucks at it, so he ultimately gets caught by Macau. Then Vegas pops up on the other side of Pete. Man, he is caught between both brothers, and they make Pete go into the temple, listen to the service with them, and worship, do the rituals with them and stuff like that. And boy, that service sounded so boring. Even Macau was sleeping in the background. They know that he was watching them. Here is the beginning of the two, Vegas and Pete, getting tied in with each other more closely. Also, I hate how the Minor family could just command the bodyguards as well. This dynamic in this family, man. So Vegas tell Pete to go pour out the liquid, so Pete obeys. But when Pete gets back into the temple, the brothers are gone. They disappeared. Pete failed at his assignment again. But he may have accidentally sparked something else a little more sinister. We'll get to that later. It is truly tragic how Kinn has Porsche waiting and watching outside of Taiwan's bedroom because he's guarding the bedroom. Like, why would you put your boyfriend in such an awkward situation? Kinn, be freaking for real. But Porsche puts a listening device that he got from Orm in Taiwan's room, more so to see if Taiwan and Kinn are going to start messing around more than anything else, if you ask me. When Orm asks Porsche what he's going to do with the listening device, Porsche lies to Orm But Orm already kind of knows what's up with Kinn and Porsche. He knows, and he says, you ain't gotta lie to me. I'm on your team. Damn, Orm. He just flat out calls him out. Then, the next scene, I know Porsche's heart was beating like a drum. He could hear Taiwan in the shower. Then he heard Kim's voice walk in. Like, how in the hell would that make you feel if your boyfriend is meeting up with his ex after he just got out of the shower? But Taiwan. So Kinn asks, where's the evidence you said that you have against the Italian? That's the only reason I have not killed you yet. Taiwan said, only I know where it is, and only you and I can go there to get it. Kinn is basically like, stop fucking around. Taiwan said, I don't trust anyone here. Also, you have a mole in your establishment. He's like, it may even be the one of your guards. It may even be that guard. Y'all know it's a setup. Taiwan knows Porsche is likely listening and will likely show up to whatever location that they're going to be at. Good intentions that Porsche have, to check on is it really good? He's sitting there to check and see if his boyfriend is cheating on him, and also to make sure Taiwan isn't trying to do anything to set him up, understandably, or kill him. But good intentions come at a price. Also, to make Porsche seem even more of a traitor, the next scene, Vegas randomly came up to the Mafia family compound only to see Porsche. Nobody else, just to see Porsche. And he bought wine. That's suspicious. Now, Vegas can play the victim really good. Let's remember that. He sweetly asked Porsche, hey, have you heard any bad rumors about me lately? Then he goes on to say that the major family makes him do all the dirty work and that they always suspect the minor family first if anything goes wrong, which is true. Then in Vegas is really putting on thick here, like give him the violins to play in the background. He says to Porsche, if one day Kinn orders you to kill me, make sure that I don't suffer. His voice just drips with manipulation as well. And the two of them, they toast. Porsche and Vegas toast. But Kinn is in the background listening and watching the two at the pool. Is Porsche looking real suspicious? Kind of, and that is exactly what Taiwan wants. Of course, Kinn is highly jealous, so he walks into Taiwan's room while Taiwan is fucking bathing and tells him that only the two of them will go to get the evidence. And Porsche hears that on the listening device. Taiwan and Vegas have to be working together, guys. There's no other explanation. Next scene, Kinn and Taiwan go to the place where the files are hidden. Taiwan is looking for where he put the little device. He is taking a while to kind of find the thing, and Kinn starts to get suspicious. Taiwan then goes to the bed, and he reaches in between Kinn's legs, places his head in Kinn's crotch as he reaches for the device under the bed. Kinn was clearly disturbed, but he let Taiwan look for it. If I was Kinn, I would have moved. Simply, I would have fucking moved. But at least he did tell Taiwan to hurry the fuck up. Taiwan gave him the file after he reached for under the bed. He kind of rolled his eyes because he was like, damn, like, Kinn is not falling for me. Like, I stuck my head by his penis. Anyway, next we have Porsche there outside of the door of the room, sneaking to see if he can hear the two of them in there, catch them in anything. And Kinn opens the door. Y'all, my boy Porsche is caught red-handed. And Taiwan knew what he was doing. Taiwan knew that Porsche was beating there. His little boyfriend emotions were in a tizzy, and he knew that he was going to show up. So they found the listening device in Taiwan's room. And Taiwan is like, I told y'all Porsche couldn't be trusted. Kinn told the bodyguards to take Porsche away, and y'all, I was so pissed off at the scene. I ain't had no right to be pissed off at the scene, but I was mad. I wanted to kick the damn table. I wanted to flip fucking Kinn in his chest. You're really gonna believe Taiwan over Porsche? Kinn, really? Porsche can't believe that shit either. He wanted to flip him as well. And you know what it is. Kinn is on some get packed shit because Porsche was drinking wine in Vegas by the pool all naked and wet. Y'all, I hate Kinn. Porsche should hate. Ooh. Okay. Porsche should have just grabbed Porsche and fucking booked it. And then that bitch Taiwan was smirking in the background, just made me so mad. Speaking of Porsche, Baby boy is strong. To admit you have a crush to a celebrity, he really is true to himself and seizes all opportunity that he's given. For now. He thanks Kim for being a great tutor and helping him pass his exam because baby did pass. He gives him a custom-made guitar pick while he's doing all of this. Kim is just standing there like a maniac. I know he is super analytical, but like, what the fuck? And what the fuck is going on through his head? Kim, I know you know that this young boy likes you and you managed to lie and manipulate him to get information about his older brother. Maybe it is too much power to have someone this obsessed with you. Oh my God, Porsche, poor baby. And y'all, Porsche is blushing. He's nervous as he just blurts out, I love you. And for a split second, it looked like he caught Kim off guard. Then my initial reaction when I first saw this part in the show, I thought Kim suddenly had hugged Porsche and that was it. But upon watching that part again, Kim had actually kissed Porsche on the cheek. I never realized he had kissed him. A kiss is different than a hug, especially after a confession. And now I see why Porsche reacted like that. It was a kiss. Damn, y'all, I am so mad at Kim. He just keeps complicating shit. But man, I'm happy that they were both happy. Because Kim, he was happy that Porsche liked him, even though he knew it. But now Porsche is telling him. So I think that made him happier. Then the last few scenes is Taiwan taunting Porsche because the tables have turned. And now Porsche is the one behind bars. And Taiwan is the one that's free. And then the next, when Korn, Kinn, and Tankun are talking, Tankun said Taiwan framed Porsche, the only smart one in the room, looking like. And then, this last scene, when Porsche heard someone going down the stairs, he initially thought that it was Kinn. He was like, see, I knew you trusted me. But in turn, it was actually Vegas, fine ass. He asked Porsche, run away with me. Y'all know me. I think it's a good idea. Like, go with Vegas and run. But I say, while Porsche is running with Vegas, grab Porsche and then ditch Vegas. Leave that motherfucker behind.